I just found out my F28 twin sister has feelings for my fiancé, M28. What do I do? He offbeat Diaries family. I never thought I would be typing this. It feels like something out of one of those messy Storytime videos you listen to half asleep. But this is real, and it's happening to me. I'm, F28, engaged to my fiancé, Evan, M28. We've been together for 4 years. He's the calm, steady person I always dreamed of marrying one day. The kind of man who drinks his coffee slowly, laughs easily, and hugs like he means it. I love him deeply. I also have a twin sister, Lena. We've always been close. The kind of she feels sad and I just know closeness. Growing up, we were each other's shadows. I trusted her with everything. But over the past few months, she's been strange. Some days she was cold toward Evan. Other days she seemed overly chatty and bubbly around him. I assumed she was stressed or jealous of me moving on with my own life. I never imagined the truth. Last weekend we had a small family BBQ. Just my parents, Evan and Lena. At one point, I went inside to help my mom chop veggies. I was gone maybe 10 minutes. When I stepped back outside, Lena was wiping her eyes, and Evan looked like someone just told him his car was stolen and then returned to him dented. "Everything okay?" I asked. Both of them answered way too fast. "Yeah!" My stomach dropped, but I let it go. Until later that night. Evan sat on the bed and said the words that made my world tilt. "Your sister confessed she has feelings for me." I felt like the floor disappeared. He explained that while I was inside, Lena suddenly said she needed to be honest for her own healing, then told him she'd been in love with him for a long time, and watching us get married was killing her. Then she said the sentence that keeps replaying in my head. "You fell for the wrong twin." Evan shut her down immediately. He told her it was inappropriate, that he loves me, and that he was uncomfortable. He also told me everything because he didn't want secrets. I don't think I've ever loved him more and hated a moment more at the same time. The next morning, I drove to Lena's flat. I was shaking. She opened the door like she expected me. I asked her why she would confess something like that to my fiancé. Instead of an apology, she said, "It's not my fault I fell for him. You were just faster." I stood there speechless. She continued, digging the knife deeper. "You always take the good things first. You got the job first. You moved out first. You found love first. I just wanted a chance to not be the leftover twin." Leftover twin. I didn't even know she saw herself that way. I told her I needed space and left before I said something unforgivable. That night, I blocked her temporarily so I could breathe. My mom called the next morning, already emotional. Lena told her everything, except the parts where she crossed every boundary imaginable. Mom said Lena was hurting and needed support. Dad was angry at Lena, but begged me to keep the peace. I could hear years of family conditioning in both their voices. But Evan? He was crystal clear. We need boundaries. What she did wasn't okay. I've never been more grateful for him. But I was still torn. She's my twin, she's my family. But she also emotionally cheated with my fiancé inside her own mind, and then tried to drag him into it. Where I'm at. I don't want her near the wedding right now. I don't want her texting Evan ever. I feel betrayed and sick. I feel guilty for feeling betrayed. I don't know how to repair this without destroying everything. I reached out to Lena yesterday with a simple message. "We'll talk when I'm ready. Please don't contact Evan again." She replied with a long paragraph about how I don't understand how lonely she feels, and that I should try to see it from her side. I haven't responded. 1 week later, a lot happened. First, Lena sent Evan a long apology text, but it was clearly written to look good, not to actually take responsibility. She wrote, "I'm sorry if I made you uncomfortable." He blocked her. My mom freaked out and said blocking family was going too far. Evan told her respectfully that protecting our relationship came first. Then, Lena posted a vague Instagram story. "Some people don't deserve the truth." Everyone in the family knew it was about us. I told my parents that until Lena gets therapy and stops painting herself as the victim, I don't want her involved in wedding planning, or even invited for now. My mom cried. My dad said he understood, but was disappointed. I cried too, because this sucks. Evan held me through all of it and said, "We will build our own family, you and me." For the first time, I believed it. Anonymous post by Lena. I, 28F, confessed feelings to my twin sister's fiancé, 28M, and now everyone hates me. She wrote, I never planned to fall for him, but when you spend holidays and weekends with your sister's partner, and he's everything you ever wanted, it just happens. I kept quiet for years, but it hurt watching them talk about forever. I told him because I needed closure. I didn't expect him to react so harshly. My twin blocked me. Her fiancé blocked me. My parents are angry. I feel abandoned. Everyone treats feelings like a crime. I didn't cheat. I didn't try to steal him. I just told the truth. Isn't honesty supposed to matter? Now I'm the villain, and my twin says I can't come to her wedding. How do I fix this when I didn't even do anything wrong? The comments destroyed her. People told her she emotionally betrayed me. Confessing to the fiancé was selfish. She needed therapy. She needed distance. She needed to stop blaming me for her loneliness. She deleted the post within hours, and she hasn't contacted me since. 6 months later, Lena finally reached out after starting therapy. She apologized. A real apology. No excuses. No emotional manipulation. No, you were just faster. She admitted she had been comparing her life to mine for years and resented me without ever saying it. We're not the same as before, but we're gentler now, more cautious, more honest. She didn't attend the wedding. Her choice. She said she wasn't healed enough yet and didn't want to risk hurting me again. But she sent a card. You were never the reason I felt unloved. Thank you for letting me step back and grow. Evan and I got married on a sunny afternoon. When we danced, I realized something. My twin and I will always be connected, but I don't owe her my peace. I don't owe anyone my boundaries. And love, real love, isn't something you steal or lose. It's something you protect. And that's exactly what we did. Evan and I got married at a vineyard just outside Cape Town, a place with rolling hills, warm golden light, and a view that makes you forget you have problems. Everything was perfect. Except for one thing. I kept checking the entrance like my twin sister, Lena, would walk in at any moment. Even though she said she wasn't coming. Even though she said she needed more time to heal. Even though we had finally reached a strange but peaceful place after her confession, therapy, and months of low contact. I still expected her, because she's my twin. And on the biggest day of my life, the empty space where she should have been felt like a bruise. But the real chaos? It happened 20 minutes before the ceremony. I was in the bridal room with my maid of honor when my dad suddenly walked in, looking like someone told him there was a cobra under the gift table. Sweetheart, don't panic. Why do people say this before immediately causing panic? He continued, Lena is here, outside. She wants to speak with you. I swear my heart dropped to my toes. I wasn't angry, just confused and terrified the progress we made over 6 months would shatter. My maid of honor squeezed my hand and whispered, Only talk to her if you want to. And I did. So I stepped outside through a side door, still in my dress, veil pinned, bouquet in hand. And there she was. Lena looked different, not physically, emotionally. She looked small, soft, not defensive, not angry, just vulnerable. Hi, she said. Her voice cracked. She explained she had driven to the venue, then sat in her car for 40 minutes, debating if she should ruin everything or disappear. I didn't come to cause drama, she said. I came to say goodbye. My heart clenched. She told me she wanted to see me one last time before I became someone's wife, not to beg for forgiveness or to stir emotions, but to give me something. She handed me a tiny velvet box. Inside was a delicate silver bracelet with 2 interlocking rings, one slightly smaller, representing her, she said. It's a twin thing, she whispered, even if we're not as close as we used to be. I cried. She cried. We hugged. And then she stepped back and said, I'm not attending the ceremony. It's not my place yet. But I love you, truly, and I'll keep working on myself. It was the closure I didn't know I needed. She left before any guests saw her, and the ceremony that followed felt lighter, like something heavy inside me had finally settled. Evan's perspective 1. The confession, aka the worst barbecue of my life. When Lena confessed she had feelings for me, I thought it was a joke at first. Seriously. I actually laughed for a second because I thought she was setting up some kind of twin prank. But then she started crying. Really crying. And I realized she was serious, and all the air left my body. Because the first thing I thought was, how will this hurt the woman I love? I told her immediately that nothing would ever happen, that I loved her sister, and that the conversation needed to end right then. I felt uncomfortable, violated, honestly, not because she liked me, feelings happen, but because she chose that moment, that setting, and that way to drop it on me. It felt manipulative, even if she didn't intend it. 2. Telling my fiancé I wasn't afraid she'd blame me. I was afraid it would break her heart. When her face fell, my chest physically hurt, but telling her was the right choice. Transparency is the only reason this didn't destroy us. 3. The fallout. Her mom gave me a whole speech about sensitivity and family harmony, but my loyalty is to my partner, not anyone else. When I blocked Lena after her half apology, it wasn't petty. It was protection. She crossed a boundary and then minimized it. I wasn't going to let anything or anyone threaten our relationship. 4. The wedding day, yes. I knew Lena was outside the venue. Her father texted me first, asking if I wanted security to escort her away. But when I peeked outside and saw her just standing there, trembling, not approaching anyone, not trying to cause a scene, I knew she wasn't there to ruin anything. I trusted my fiancé to decide what she needed emotionally. And after their short conversation, when my bride walked back toward me, with wet eyes but a peaceful expression, I knew everything was finally okay. 5. Why I never doubted my fiancé for a second, because she's the love of my life. Because I saw the panic in her eyes when I told her about the confession, the same panic I felt. Because she chose me and I chose her, and nothing about Lena's feelings could ever compete with that. And because love is not just romance, it's choice, commitment, protecting each other when things get messy. And God, things got messy. But we came out stronger.